Hello everyone, in this video we want to talk about the max and min functions in the Microsoft Excel, as well as the large and small MAXIFS and MINIFS in the Microsoft Excel. So the max function, as the meaning of its name, we can find the maximum number in a range. So for example, here if I want to see which of these cells are my maximum number of cells, I just need to use the max function, and then I just need to select the range I wanted to find the maximum number and then press enter button so I can find the max function. However, I also can use the whole column here, C to C, so in this way I can find the max function as well. And you should note that the max function will omit the text values and the empty values here, and then just find the maximum number in the numeric cells. So it will search just here and then omit these empty and text cells. And also the min function will work as well, so it will find the minimum number in the range. However, if you use a max a, in the max a, this function will find the maximum number between these cells, for example, but it will not omit the text cells. It will think these cells are as 0. So it thinks that this is the 0 value. If you have a true or false, the false will be 0 as well, but true value will be number 1. So for example, if you use max a here for range C to C, what should you find? The same maximum number here, because all other things, all other non-numeric values will be 0 or 1. So those are less than this value, so we will find the exact same number. But if you use a min a function in the cell C, what you think you will have, what function will return to you, will be 0, because the text value here is 0. However, if you have true value instead of the text value here, what should function min a function return? It should return value 1. Why? Because in this range, true values here and the true values in the Excel is 1. But if you have the false value in one of these cells, you will have 0 again. Or if you have something like text, like something like this, you will have 0 as well. But if you have true, you will have value 1 for using my min a function. And also we have a large and small functions as well. These two functions are so useful. When I can use them, for example, if I want to find the first large value, the second maximum value, and the third maximum value until n. So for example, here if I use a large function, I need to specify an array in the first argument. So it's, for example, I want to find the maximum cells value, and in the second argument I have to define what is the order. So if I, for example, enter the value 1, it means that this large function should find the maximum number in this range. But if you use value 2, it means that it should find the second maximum number. And if you use 3, it should find the third value, the third maximum value in the function. So I use the cells, for example, E6 here, which is represent the value 1, and if you press OK, it will calculate the maximum value, which is equal to the max function. And if you drag this function up until the end, the second one will find the second large value, the second maximum value, third maximum value, fourth maximum value, and the fifth maximum value. So for example, here I have 22 values right now. If I use a large function here, and in the array C, column C, if I want to find the 22nd large value, it means that it is the last large value. The last large value is the smallest value. So if I close the parentheses and if I enter my keyboard key, I expect to have the smallest, the minimum value. So as you can see, it's the minimum value here. You should note that the large and the small large function will omit the text and the empty values. So the last large value is the first smallest value. So if you use the small function, it's exactly the same as a large function, except it's the vice versa. So for example, in my C column, in my array, I want to find the first small value, the smallest value. So I have to enter value number 1. And if I want to find the second smallest value, I need to enter the value 2 and up until the end. So I use the cells E6 and then I drag this one to find the 5 smallest value in my range. So if I use the small function for the column C, and then I enter the 22 value, number 22 for the second argument, I expect to have the largest value. Why? Because the last smallest value in my range is my largest value, is my maximum value. So if I enter, I can see this is the same as the max value. Also in the Excel 2019, we have the MAXIFS and the MINIFS function as well. Right now my Excel Office is 2016, is the version 2016, so I do not have the MAXIFS function in my Excel. So if I write that, Excel do not understand the MAXIFS function. But if you have the Office 2019, you will have the MAXIFS function as well. In the MAXIFS function, you need to enter the first argument, which is your column that you want to find the maximum value. So the range, for example, range is whole column. I can just select C2 to C23 is here as well, but I simply select whole column, column C. I want to find the maximum value in the column C. If in the range A, the year be equal to 2019. So by this function, if I close the parentheses in the Excel 2019, if I enter that, it will go and filter this table to just the values are equal to 2019 and then find the maximum value of those data. So it will find the maximum cells in the year 2019. I also can have more criteria's range. I can, for example, say that in the column B, find those are the equal to the month 1, for example. So this function will filter first based on the year, filtering that the values, the cells that are equal to 2019, then it's filtered that to the month that are equal to the 1, so this one, and then find the maximum value of this range. so it will return this value. So right now if I press enter, I get the name error because my Excel is 2016, but if you have Excel 2019, you will have MAXIFS as well as the MINIFS. The MINIFS function will do exact the same thing, just finding the minimum value in the first range for the cells that are equal to these criteria. So these two writing these two functions are exactly the same, but the first one, MAXIFS, find the maximum value, and the MINIFS find the minimum value. So these are the max and min function in the Microsoft Excel. Thanks for watching. Until next video, goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaco Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website, diaco.co.uk.